morning. It's the 7th day of November, and we've got lots and lots of guests this morning. We're going to move them in and move them out as quick as we can. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by My Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway. Also brought to you by Republic Services and Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jessup. Bob, who are our first guests this morning?
We got Christine from the chamber.
Christine from the chamber.
Candy Harris. You called me Candy last time.
Candy? Okay. We got Candy Christy Harrison.
Thank you. Good morning, y'all.
Christy Carter in here, the head honcho down there, the Chamber of Commerce here in town. And who do you have with you?
I have our Vice Chair of Community Development. Business Development. Vice Chair of Business Development, Kim Sumner with Domtar EAM Corporation.
Okay.
And we're here to talk about the active shooter awareness and gang presentation that's coming up November 14. And there's been a lot happening in this world lately with, just active shooters. And this is a program that we've got together and felt like that there was a big need for this. It's going to be...
And each week goes by with more news.
More and more, yes.
More and more we need to be prepared.
So, basically we want to make sure everyone's prepared. And I'm going to let Kim talk about the need for it and how we came about choosing it. So,
right, Kim?
EAM is quite proud to be able to sponsor this, and we've been working with the Sheriff's Department and the Police Department to put this presentation on. They've been doing this presentation, I think, throughout the community, and it's training that's going on in corporations around the world, in schools around the world, and universities around the world. And we say it can never happen here, right? It just can never happen here in Wayne County. But it can happen anywhere in the United States and anywhere in the world. So it's important that we train our citizens, that we educate our citizens, to understand what they can do. What are my options if I find myself in an active shooter situation?
And there's going to be 2 sessions you can choose from. One will be, this is November 14, so it's Tuesday a week from today. And there'll be 2 sessions. They'll be identical. A morning session from 8 to 9:30 a.m. and that includes breakfast. So it's kind of like a breakfast and learn. And then there'll also be one in the afternoon from 12 to 1:30 with lunch. So lunch and learn, same thing. So the fee is $20 for members. If you register before 4 days before the event, I think it goes up to $30 after that. So you want to get that early bird rate in, members. And then guests and walk-ins, it's $30. So members after the deadline would be a $10 fee up. So make sure if you're a member of the chamber to register early and get in there. You can reserve your seat by calling the chamber 427-2028, 427-2028, or just go to the chamber website, which is a great way. I encourage everybody to register for things. Is go to the chamber website, look at the event calendar, find the date for the event.
WayneChamber.com.
WayneChamber.com, and you can see what else is all going on and what else you'd like to sign up for.
All right, WayneChamber.com. As I mentioned to you last time when you were on here talking about this, we did the same thing at our summer convention of the Georgia Association of Broadcasters. We had a professional group come in. Most of them were ex-military, ex-police, people like that who work for a company that teach you what to do, how to react if you get in a situation where there's an active shooter, active aggressor, anything like that. You would be amazed at the number of times this happens in businesses. And one of the reasons why we did it with the Georgia Association of Broadcasters is this happens probably more frequently for TV and radio stations because people get upset for several reasons. You had one television station where this person walked in with a gun, wanted to be on the air, so they got the general manager to come up, calmly walk the person down to the cameras, put the person on the air, and once the person said their piece, he laid down the gun. And I've heard radio stations, the same thing, where people have gotten upset. So that's one of the reasons why we had it at the Georgia Association of Broadcasters, is to what to do if somebody walks to that door right there with a gun, knife, they're an aggressor. What do you do? What are your first reactions you should do? And they will teach you what to do that could save your life. And that's probably the same type of route you're bringing in here.
Exactly. How do you use the environment around you? How do you use the chairs, whatever you have it is in your sight to protect yourself from the shooter? Have a plan. People need to understand, how do I develop a plan to be ready in case an active shooter walks in? What is lockout versus lockdown? They're going to train you that in this training coming out next Tuesday. So how do you create distance between yourself and the shooter? These are important things to know. So please come up, sign up, and come out Tuesday a week. To the Coastal Pines
Technical College, yeah. The C. Paul Scott Polytechnical Center, so it'll be there. And we couldn't do this without our main sponsors, and I just want to thank the Chamber Business Series. Title sponsor this year is Coastal Pines. They're covering all of our 4 workshops that we've got for education series. The presenting sponsor for this active shooter awareness and gang presentation, we don't want to forget that, but there will be a presentation on gangs. We need to know and be aware of what's going on.
They know they're around.
I mean, there's something about shoes hanging over a wire, and I don't,
Well, we did that as a joke as kids, not as kids.
I've heard it.
You couldn't find a real road around there without some sort of sneakers hanging over them, and we were just having fun.
This event, that's funny. This event is presented by EAM Corporation, formerly Domtar, and it's also sponsored by 5 great other event sponsors. We've got the Great Southern Wood. I don't have my glasses today. Great Southern Wood.
You want to hold them over here for you, Chris?
It's getting further and further.
Reach that arm out there so you can read that page.
Great Southern Wood Preservation. Thanks, Kim. We've got the Jessup City Police, the Golden House Office Equipment, and the Sheriff's Office. Yeah, the Wayne County Sheriff's Department, and of course the Chamber. So again, we want to thank Coastal Pines, EAM Corporation, City Police, Wayne County Sheriff's Office, Golden Isles Office Equipment, and Great Southern Publishers, Yellowwood.
And it's interesting right here on the Yahoo page. It says gun-related deaths going up in America. And as we know, a lot of this happens to do with people just walking into a church, a business, a public area, whatever the case may be.
Walmart or somewhere.
Yeah. So you've got to know what to do. You think you do, but when you get in that crisis situation, a lot of people just freeze up. They don't have a plan in their head. And if you go to this event next Tuesday, you will have that plan in your head that possibly could save your life.
Just ask yourself, what if? So, to wrap it up, November 14th, you can choose from 2 great sessions. The sessions are identical. You can come from 8 to 9:30 in the morning with breakfast, or 12 to 1:30 with lunch. $20 for members right now through November 13th. I think the day before. I said 4 days early, but I think it's the day before. And then after that, the price goes up for $30 for guests and $30 for members after the deadline. So register early, and it's filling up. I mean, we're getting a lot of response right now, so register early.
Yep, go ahead and do it in the Chamber of Commerce, or you can go to WayneChamber.com or go by the Chamber of Commerce on Plum Street. Well, we've got a green room there stacked, packed, and racked with people. We're going to go to our next group. Y'all take care, and good luck with that seminar, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. Let's move on to our next guest in just 1 minute.
It's the Wayne County Young Farmers Fall Truck Pull, Friday, November 10th and Saturday, November 11th at the J.C. Fairgrounds in Jessup. Join the Wayne County Young Farmers for lots of family fun and entertainment.
Get ready for the truck pull.
Watch the 2- and 4-wheel drive modified trucks, 2-wheel drive blower trucks, 2-wheel drive Pro Street trucks, the 4-wheel drive Pro Stock trucks, and the 4-wheel drive diesel trucks. The Wayne County Young Farmers Fall Truck Pull, Friday, November 10th and Saturday, November 11th at J.C. Fairgrounds in Jessup. Both Friday night and Saturday night, 7 p.m. Concessions will be available and no alcoholic beverages allowed. At the Jessup J.C. Fairgrounds, Highway 84.
Across from the Reindeer Ballfield in Jessup.
This Friday and Saturday night, 7 p.m. both nights. For more information, call Franklin Birch at 579-6647 or go to WCYF.net.
All right, 10 minutes after 8 o'clock, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, world-famous Butch and Bob Show for this Tuesday morning, 7th day in November. Bob, our next guest is?
ID Director Dale Keith in the studio. Good to see you, Dale. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Bob. How about y'all this morning?
Doing good. Glad you're here, Dale.
Well, I'm here to try to help the SPLOST. We're trying to let everybody know that we're behind the SPLOST of the IDA. Our responsibilities are to create jobs in our community, attract new business, and support expansions of current industries. And these projects go a long way to make that happen.
Okay, so you're saying the Industrial Authority is officially behind the continuation of the 1 cent makes sense SPLOST.
That's exactly right.
And today is the final day to vote. You can go to your polling places and vote here in Wayne County.
That's right. And we need folks to get out and vote. I think Bob said earlier on the radio we've had a little over 600 and something vote
Out of 16,000 registered voters.
16,000, and that's sad. And we need to try to get this message out and get folks out there to vote. I think it's going to pass, and I think it's going to pass substantially, but it's not a true indication of everybody's willingness to get out there and vote.
Yeah, the last two times it's come up for Wayne Countyans in the last 12 years. They have voted for it each time, and a lot of different projects have been done here in Wayne County, and has improved our community lifestyle, the living situations here in Wayne County.
You know, I've heard through several conversations that we didn't have that marquee project to kind of get things focused and so forth and so on. But from the Development Authority's perspective, I think the county was very forward-thinking, and the city both in their process several years ago. One was the increase the wastewater treatment plant capacity. From an industrial development perspective, that's something that we really needed to have happen. Because if you get an industry that's looking to come to town and they need 30,000 gallons a day of wastewater treatment, and you don't have that capacity, they're not interested in waiting 5 or 6 or 8 months for something to happen to make that work. So I thought the city did a great job of go ahead and biting that bullet. This splosh is one way to pay for that. And then also the county. You know, when the county decided to build a Class A hospital, an 84-bed hospital, it's an award-winning hospital, that attracts a lot of folks to our community as well. And then economic development, one of the questions always comes up about the medical facilities that were within your community. So those things play a big part for us, and that's one of the reasons that we're actually out supporting it and doing what we can to try to get this thing passed.
Okay, you know, you mentioned medical, also education is a big thing that people look at, recreation, your emergency management area in terms of ambulances and emergency personnel, fire department, police. You know, when you have industry come in to take a look at all that, roads, and this splosh would be the continuation for the next 6 years, addresses all those issues.
That's right. And I think you guys have done an excellent job, and the Chamber's done an excellent job. Brian Griffiths has really worked hard to try to get the message out, what the different items were on the splosh. I think they've been explained successfully. So we have got to get folks out there and get them to vote. And, you know, one of the things that amazes me is that if you look at this splosh, and it's probably the fairest tax there is out there, and then you have 35% of the $22 million is paid by folks from outside the community, according to information that we get. That's $7.7 million.
By out-of-towners that we don't have to pay.
And that's right. And that's $1.2 million a year that goes towards our budget to make things happen for us here in Wayne County. And that's something I think people forget about.
Okay, Dale Keithan here, Executive Director of the IDA, Industrial Development Authority for Wayne County, talking about their support of the splosh. And just encourage folks to get out and vote.
That's exactly right. You have to exercise your right to vote. A lot of people paid a big price for this, and it amazes me every day the number of folks that just do not turn out to vote. And in some cases it's just that they can't get to the poll or registration's too difficult. I've heard those excuses. But the bottom line is that we really need for you to exercise your rights.
Okay. And, well, I did early voting, so I was the only one in the courthouse to do it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I walked in there, nobody else except for the ladies assisting, and cast my vote for yes, and then left. Didn't take long at all. But today's election day. You can hear your vote count tonight right here on 105.5 FM. It's Bob Moore going to be up there with at the county offices to give us a report. What else, Dale? Anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, appreciate you coming in this morning, and I think we got 2 more different sets of guests out there, if I remember correctly.
Yes, you do.
And so we'll have them on. Wishing you a good day, Dale.
All right, thank you.
105.5 FM in Jessa, Big Dog Country Radio. We got more guests here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in 1 minute.
Murphy's Builder Supply is where you need to go for all your home improvement projects and hardware needs. They've been serving folks in this area since 1946. Murphy's offers some products and services that you may not know about. They now sell ammunition, both bullets and shells. Murphy's also sells personalized tags for dog collars. They build customized screens for windows and doors. Murphy's can rekey locks, and of course they can make keys. They cut glass for windows, plus Murphy's has monthly doorbuster specials. Check their Facebook page to see what's on sale. Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup. An exceptional car buying experience is closer than you think. Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear has the best prices, service, and selection. Why go anywhere else? At Mike Birch, you don't have to haggle, and you'll get top dollar for your trade. Our finance team's ready to help, even when others can't. No matter where you are, buying a new car has never been easier than at Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear and at MikeBirchFord.com. Right on the corner, right on the price. Stop the surge. Call Mike Birch.
105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. And Bob, we got more guests in here this morning. Man.
I see that.
Yeah, Molly Heron from the Chamber. Yeah, we're just rack stacked and packed today. We like that. And lots of folks in the green room this morning. And Molly from the Chamber. Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all?
We're doing fine. So you got a couple of people here with you. What's going on?
I do. I have two of our ambassadors here with me today. I have Dr. Larissa Finn from Rayonier Advanced Materials and Dawn Zamuda from Cafe Euro. They're
Okay.
two of our ambassadors, and so they're going to talk a little bit about business after hours this
Okay.
week.
You need to move the mic to you in front of you, whoever wants to talk first. And introduce yourself when you come on the air, please.
So I am Larissa Finn. I'm a chamber ambassador I work at Rayonier. We're talking about business after hours this Thursday, November the 9th at the Historic Strand. It's going to be from 5 to 7 p.m. and it's usually a great event.
Okay. So it's this Thursday night, business after hours at the Strand in downtown Jessup. What hours again?
5 to 7.
Okay, so everyone's invited to stop by for business after hours at the Strand. 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock at the Strand in downtown Jessup on West Cherry Street. All right. That it? Okay, on to the next one. Introduce yourself.
Hi, Dawn Schmuda with Cafe Euro. With the business after hours, it is free for all of our chamber members. So if you're a chamber member, come on out and enjoy the time that we're going to be able to connect, network together. If you are not a member but you would like to come, see what it's all about, see the networking opportunities you could have through the chamber, it would be $10 for non-members. There will be door prizes and refreshments, and Ralph and Jamie always do a great job hosting any event, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be spectacular.
Oh, yeah, they know how to host an event. Ralph and Jamie, this Thursday night, business after hours at the Strand Theater in downtown Jessup.
And I did want to mention we do have a title sponsor for our business after hours series this year, and that is Troyer Specialty Fencing. So we want to give them some recognition as well, and thank them for being the title sponsor for the year.
Okay, Troyer Specialty Fencing.
Yep.
Okay.
And one other thing I wanted to mention was Small Business Saturday is coming up, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, November 25th. This is a day that American Express actually started to promote small businesses and encourage people to shop small and shop local during the holidays. So we will be promoting that. We've got some different merchandise that we're going to be giving out to some of our members. And so I did want to mention that. And a couple things on that are independent retailers actually return 3 times as much money per dollar of sales than chain competitors. The money that you spend in these local stores actually circulates more in our local economy than if you would go to, say, Walmart, which we love Walmart. They're also a member. We love Walmart. We need Walmart. But this day, Small Business Saturday, is about shopping local, and that money that you spend really is important.
Yeah, you're supporting your friends and neighbors there, the local businesses, folks who've taken a chance to open up a business and community, and the profits are not taken and sent out of town. It all circulates here in town.
That's right.
Okay, so Small Business Saturday on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and I know that y'all be doing more on that and talking more about that as the day comes closer.
We will. We're working up some plans to do some promotions, and we will be going out and passing out materials to the local businesses and all of that. So yeah, you'll hear more about it.
Okay, that's from the Chamber, Molly here, and they're from the Chamber of Commerce. And go ahead.
I actually wanted to let Dawn speak for just a moment because she's working with another event that she's got that she wanted to talk about as well. We have joined on sponsoring the first annual Run with a Purpose. It's going to be a 5K along with a 1-mile walk and fun run for kids in downtown Jessup. Through Christ Fit and Cassie Langley are organizing it, and we've come on board to help them with their refreshment station at the end and sponsorship. But we just are trying to encourage people to sign up if you'd like to take a part in the 5K. You can go to active.com, search
active.com,
search for Jessup, Georgia, and you will be able to find the 5K sign up for it. It's $35 for adult runners and $25 for 12 and under, and it's a completely non-profit run. The money that is raised, all the money that is given through sponsorships and runners is going to be given to 3 individuals that are going through a hard time, that have been chosen to bless this time of year as we approach the holiday season.
Okay, and when is this run again?
It is December 2nd, Saturday morning, the morning of the Christmas parade.
It'll be that morning.
And it'll be at 8 a.m.
Starts where?
It'll start at the fountain there,
Okay.
in front of the fountain downtown by the train depot. And it'll start and end there at that point. And so we're really excited about it, and I'm happy to be able to come on board and support this great cause, and we're just trying to get people to sign up and register to run.
Okay, if you have any questions about it, you can go to the Chamber, you can go to Cafe Euro, or you can go to active.com, and click on the Jessup, Georgia location. 5K run, benefit run on Saturday, December 2nd, the morning of the Christmas parade. All right. Molly, anything else?
I think that's it for us.
Okay.
For now.
I'm sure you'll be back.
We'll be back.
Okay. 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, WIFO. 822, world famous Butch and Bob Show for this Tuesday morning. And coming up in a minute, we've got another guest. Stay tuned.
Jessup Premium Storage, 1455 South 1st Street is Jessup's best place to store your valuables. Whether it's furniture between moves or just a place for the overload, call Jessup Premium Storage at 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage units are indoors, climate controlled, and they have 24-hour surveillance and on-site management. You have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access to your unit. Sizes range from 5x5 to 10x25. They also have outside covered and uncovered spaces available for vehicles, boats, trailers, and RVs. Jessup Premium Storage on the Waycross Highway in Jessup.
At Broadhurst Landfill, keeping our community safe is the most important thing we do. Our local team of environmental managers, engineers, and scientists ensure that the long-term management of the landfill is safe for our workers, customers, and the environment. To learn more, visit our website at www.broadhurstlandfill.com. Or you can go to the website, click Visit Us, and sign up for a tour to see firsthand how we operate. We hope to see you soon.
All right, 823, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, world famous Butch and Bob Show. As we continue on with our third set of guests, we had sets before, now we got a set. We got one person in, and to talk about an event. Come on the air, mention your name, your business, and what's going on, okay?
Okay, my name is Atina Jordan. The business is JJ's Place at the historic Kickladder building, which is downtown by the railroad tracks across from Beats Auto Spa. And the event is our wine and dessert soiree, which is this coming up weekend.
All right, dine and what? Dessert soiree?
Wine and dessert soiree.
Wine and desserts. I like that S on there. Wine and dessert soiree at JJ's Place, located right there at the intersection of East Cherry Street and Broad Street across from D's Auto Spa.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us, what can we expect if we go to this wine and dessert soiree?
Well, I think everybody knows that I'm kind of over the top on the desserts over there. We always have something.
We appreciate that.
We always have something different, and so I've been in the kitchen the last 3 or 4 weeks trying to create some different things to put out there to premiere that night. So I'm going to have about 6 or 7 new desserts. Several of those are cheesecakes that we're going to premiere that night for you guys to try. We're going to I'm sure everybody's wondering, beer and wine, how that's possible. We have a special permit liquor license we got for the day. So tickets went on sale last week, and what happens is you'll get a ticket, and it includes a keepsake glass. The Downtown Development Authority has teamed up with us, and the glasses that they have put out with the nice logo on it with the little buildings, you get your first alcoholic beverage in that glass, and it's a complete dessert buffet of all my specialty desserts, blinged up, butterflied up, flowered up, all the fancy that's going to be there. Dakota will be playing live music that night.
Who's Dakota?
That's a father-son band. They play the guitar and sing. They're local. They were recommended from the Trapnels and Joey Smiles Photography. And I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a nice evening. I hear so many times when people come in to have lunch that, oh, this is like someplace that should be in Savannah on River Street, or this is a place like on the island. And so I'm trying to do something, and we're trying to bring something so that you can stay in Jessup. You don't have to go to River Street, or you don't have to go to the island, you know. You can stay in town and have just as much fun and do something just as swanky and posh in town as leaving town.
Now, how much are the tickets?
No, $25.
$25. So you get the wine tasting, you get the desserts, and all that. And of course, you can also in your glass you can get iced tea, water, or whatever else you want in there.
Right,
okay?
And the Watermelon Creek Company is going to be the wine that we're going to feature that night. So it'll be all their wines, and then
From Tatnall County.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Watermelon Creek's from Tatnall County.
Yeah, they have great wine. A lot of people like that winery, and so we decided that would be the featured winery for the night.
All right, folks, if you've never been to a soiree, your chance this Saturday night, right?
That's correct.
From what time to what time?
7 to 10, but the band said once they're there, if people want to stay, they'll stay.
All right, 7 to 10 o'clock at JJ's Place, located in downtown Jessup, on East Cherry Street and Broad Street, across from Dee's Auto Spa. It's the one with all the nice-looking lattice and columns, you know.
Correct.
Where Jones used to be years ago. And so folks are invited to stop by. Tickets available at the door for $25 each.
Yes, and they're also available this week and at City Hall and the restaurant.
Okay.
And you can also call in and have them held in will call if you can't get down there. Because once we sell them, we're selling out.
You're selling out, so you got a certain amount that you can sell.
Correct.
You get to sample and try all those different type of desserts, and you get your beverages, you get the keepsake glass, and enjoy yourself.
Right.
A lot of people can have a good time this Saturday night, 7 to 10. All right, everything to go and find down there at JJ's Place?
It is. We're booking up Christmas parties right now, and it's getting to be the busy season, as everybody knows, so.
Okay, tell us a little bit about JJ's Place. We know where you're located, your hours, and what you feature.
Okay, we are basically a specialty salad shop. We have quiche, salads, everything that we do down there is homemade. From our pasta to our mac and cheese, we bake a lot of our breads, slice our own meats. Tuesday night, we do something a little bit different. We have Tuesday Taco Night, which is more than just tacos. But on Tuesday nights from 5 to 8, we have a Mexican menu that we offer. And all original from-scratch recipes that I've learned from my husband's family. He's Hispanic, and a lot of people think he's Italian, but he's not. And so we bring those to you guys on Tuesday nights, a little bit different, fresh-made salsa. But during the week, Tuesday through Friday, from 11 to 3, we have specialty sandwiches, quiche, salads, soups.
Okay. Okay, and what about the ice cream yogurt? You still got that? Tell us about that.
Yes, we still have the yogurt shop for the love of yogurt.
Which is right next door. You know, you go into that little door separate there, right past the main door to go into JJ's Place.
Right, I think it was originally the old post office.
Eons ago.
Yeah.
I mean, a long time ago. That was a little old post office, but that's a separate door than JJ's, and you can go in there and get the great ice cream and the desserts and the yogurt and things of that sort.
Right, and we also have something in there right now called almond swirl. So many people are lactose intolerant and can't have milk and can't have sugar. So this is made with almond milk, and it's something that we keep on hand there now. It's called almond swirl. So we offer that in a soft serve as well.
Okay. Appreciate you coming in. Good luck Saturday night with that wine and dessert soiree, 7 to 10 at JJ's Place, East Cherry Street and Broad Street in downtown Jessup. All right, Bob, let's kind of wrap things up. Tell us what you're going to be doing late this afternoon with the returns from the government office.
I said polls open until 7. Should have results coming in about 7:30. Shouldn't take long. Like I said, less than 1,000 people voting total, so shouldn't take long. Should have by 8:30 at the latest. And following the Scriven mayor's race and the contested council race. Be curious to see what the turnout is in Scriven today.
All right, you do have the election in Scriven for mayor and for one of the city council seats. So you folks in Scriven can vote, plus countywide the continuation of the 1 cent splosh. And I think you mentioned 600 and something people have voted so far out of 16,000 registered voters. So they'd have to be big lines today to have a decent turnout, wouldn't they?
There are no lines.
There are no lines. Okay. Well, Bob, we look forward to your reports tonight.
Just hope everybody goes out and vote. But again, if you want to vote, there is no line, I promise you.
Okay. All right. You've been listening to the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply in Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jessup. Also brought to you by Republic Services, Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. 8:30, Big Dog Country Radio. And let's check in with the latest news from Fox News Radio. Now, coming up soon, I'm going to give away a ticket to the Wayne County Young Farmers Truck and Tractor Pull. That ticket can be used Friday or Saturday night of this week. The truck and tractor pull will be held out there at the JC Fairgrounds. We'll give away a free ticket in a little bit. And then also I'm going to tell you about some other giveaways we're doing this week, so stay tuned.
urging North Korea's leader to make a deal. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump in South Korea wanting to find a way to end the nuclear threat without our military.
We hope to God we never have to use.
The president again also addressed the gun issue. Fox's John Decker live in Seoul, South Korea.
President Trump said there would have been no difference in the mass shooting in Texas if a more extreme vetting policy for gun ownership had been in place. He also claimed stricter gun laws would have prevented the hero neighbor from engaging the gunman.
If he didn't have a gun, instead of having 26 dead, he would have had hundreds more dead. So that's the way I feel about it.
And are you
not going to help?
The president said yesterday that the Texas church shooting was caused by a mental health problem and was not a domestic gun laws issue. Dave?
John, that neighbor who shot the gunman then chased him until Devin Kelly killed himself insists to ABC.
I'm no hero. I am not.
Stephen Williford wishes he got there sooner. Democrats are calling for stricter gun laws, and the Air Force is probing why Devin Kelly's convictions for domestic violence weren't in the database to prevent him from buying guns. 3 kids remain among the 15 injured in the shooting spree, still hospitalized. Fox's Evan Brown live near the Sutherland Springs scene.
Yeah, Dave, the people who live here will tell you their small rural town isn't unique. It's not Manhattan or Vegas or Orlando or even Charleston, South Carolina.
Then all of a sudden start hearing we've lost 26 people. It's just, you can't believe it happens in small town America.
Doug John lives one town over in Lavernia. Sutherland Springs has been getting lots of visits from neighboring towns or even former residents who come by and leave roses on street corners near the church. The names of the 26 killed are to be made public today, Dave.
Yeah, but it's election day.
So every vote is going to count today. I hope my supporters get out and vote.
Republican Ed Gillespie just cast his ballot at close Virginia governor's race against Democrat Ralph Northam. Fox News, fair and balanced.
832, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. Good morning. Butch Hubbard here with you on this Tuesday morning, 7th day of November. Man, Wayne County football this Friday night. The Yellow Jackets hosting Thomas County Central in the first round of state playoff action. Need to get out there and pack that stadium. Tickets available now. And so get out there and support the Yellow Jackets Friday night. If for some reason you cannot make it to that state playoff game here in Jessup as Wayne County hosts Thomas County Central, you can hear the game with the voice of the Wayne County Yellow Jackets. Bob Morgan will be bringing you play-by-play action. We'll also have the pregame show with Bob and Joe Arati, and then play-by-play starting at 7:30, and the post-game show, the Country Financial post-game show tonight, and of course the high school scoreboard with Tommy Palmer after that. And you can listen to the game here at 105.5 FM around the world on BigDogCountry.com and on our free app. If you don't have our free app, go to your favorite app store, type in Big Dog, W-I-F-O, follow the instructions, and the Big Dog logo will come up there on your phone, and you get all kinds of special programming from the Big Dog Country Radio on that app. All right, the time now is 8:33. Up next, your weather forecast for Wayne and surrounding counties.
It's the all-month Chevy closeout at All Fit Pink Chevrolet. You can come in here and drive one out like you stole it, because you almost did. Employee pricing for